The next topic we'll do one case study on McKinsey's 7S. Is that fine? Anyone listening to the class? Shall we do one question on McKinsey's 7S or do BPR, Business Process Reengineering? Next topic. What do you say? Say something. Anyone there in the class? What do you want? The case study or the next topic?
You can do a case study, ma'am.
Case study. Done. There is a small case study on McKinsey 7S. Here it is given as Briggs. So it's a small one, 25 marks case study. Question is also very small. We are asked to describe McKinsey 7S model. Using McKinsey 7S model, analyze the key performance management issues. Then, assuming a division structure is set up for each country, suggest with reasons 2 critical success factors with 1 key performance indicator for each that could be applied for each new country. So let's take this one to the Excel sheet. But first, one really we'll give it here because the font and page are clear. Briggs was started 5 years ago by Tom Briggs to offer lifestyle and some counseling services online. The company's initial strategy was to grow its share in the market, and given it had very few employees, its structure was very simple. There were very few formal systems, mainly because the company didn't need many at this time. Tom adopted a democratic but chaotic management style and attracted experienced staff who were adventurous and valued teamwork. Initial joiners were also offered shares in the company to help motivate them. Since then, the company has grown to become a large business with 400 employees and has now achieved a 50% market share in its domestic market. Its structure has changed and is now a well-oiled bureaucratic machine based on functional lines with strong service support. To facilitate this, Tom introduced new motivation, reward, and control systems based on bonuses and specific individual targets, recruited experts in different fields, and encouraged a culture of enthusiasm and excellence. We see that there is an owner, Tom Briggs. So he started his business to offer lifestyle and counseling services online business, providing some services. When the company was started 5 years back, initial strategy. So there is a strategy given. So we have out of the 7S, 1S is strategy, then the structure, then the systems. After that, we have the staff, their skill, their shared values, and their services. So first paragraph is talking about when they have started, what was their strategy, what is their structure. The structure was very simple because it's only one owner starting the business. We call that structure as entrepreneurial structure, only one person starting the business. Then they did not have much formal systems, so there were very few formal systems, mainly because the company didn't need many at this time. Then we also see Tom adopted a democratic but chaotic management style. So the style in which they were working initially, there was a lot of freedom given, democratic style. Everybody um, is given that independence to take decisions. So many people working on that note, that would be chaotic. chaos would be present there. So chaotic management style and attracted experienced staff. Staff were experienced who were adventurous and valued teamwork. So their shared values are they valued teamwork. Then initial joiners were also offered shares in the company to help motivate them. After that, see, it was started 5 years back, but then after in this 5 years period, lot of things must have happened. So now, since then, the company has grown to become a large business with 400 employees. Initially, very few employees were there. Now, see, it was a simple structure. Um, the number as such is not given, but now, as of now, um, the company has grown to become a large business with 400 employees and has now achieved a 50% market share. So that point we have to note, we have to highlight it. So let's note it down. So they have already achieved a market share of 50% in its domestic market. Its structure has changed and is now a well-oiled bureaucratic machine based on functional lines with strong service support. To facilitate this, Tom introduced new motivation, reward, and control systems based on bonuses and specific individual targets, recruited experts in different fields, and encouraged a culture of enthusiasm and excellence. After that, um, however, Tom has recently been concerned about the following. Trust and teamwork have disappeared due to so many new employees. That's one point. Second one, he has been criticized for still trying to run the company as if it were a small business. Initially, when they started, it's a small business, simple organization, but now the number has grown to 400. So it should be looked at as a functional organization or a digital organization. But he's still running that. The entrepreneur Tom is still trying to run the company as if it were a small business. Next point, there is no formal strategic process in place. Fourth one, to grow further, Tom is considering expansion into foreign markets. Let's take this question to Excel file. So, if we talk about um, first question says, briefly describe McKinsey's 7S model. So you have to talk about what is this model all about. What is that they're trying to explain? So that is what you have to take it up and then answer that. Since I have just now explained, if you can put the diagram and then explain about what this model, that I think that should be fine. After we do that, next part of it, A, I'm not writing. A, you should be able to do that. Seven S model. So use image to mention the 7S and clearly explain. Then we'll do B bit. Okay. The B bit says that using McKinsey's 7S model, analyze the key performance management issues facing the firm. So, what are the issues with this company, with this particular business which Briggs has started? Using McKinsey's 7S model, we have to analyze the performance of the firm. How do we do that? So, we have to go about explaining all the 7 factors. What is it? What is it about each factor with this particular Briggs firm? So let's start with hard factors. Under hard factors, the first one is strategy. So since there is a time period of 5 years which has happened, so we need to talk about what was the strategy initially and what is the strategy now. So how did it change? So that point we have to highlight here. So we need to highlight that part of it. See, what was the strategy initially? Let's look into this. See, the company initial strategy was to grow its share in the market, and uh, given it had very few employees, the strategy is to grow its market share. Initial was to grow its market share. But what actually happened? See, now they have captured 50% of the market share. So that is also given here. It says that now achieved a 50% market share in its domestic market. So initial strategy was to increase its market share. We can also mention that now Briggs has grown to achieved 50% of market share. See, the question size is also very small. The content is also very small. So, as many details in a clear manner that we can present, we should be able to present that. So, that's the first factor. After strategy, we have the initially 5 years back when they have started. Um, it was a simple structure. Why simple? Very few employees were there. So there were few employees and the structure was simple. Now the number has grown. Now the number has grown and the structure has changed to a well-oiled bureaucratic machine. So number has grown. Of course, under staff, we will also very specifically mention the number. So now it has become a bureaucratic, well-oiled bureaucratic machine. So there is it from the simple structure. Now there is bureaucracy into the firm. So has grown and become. After structure, the third one we see strategy, structure. What's the third one? Third one is system. Strategy, structure, systems. These three are hard factors. Systems. So, there were very few formal systems initially, but now what are the systems here? The systems, there is bureaucracy into the initially very few formal systems. Initially. Formal systems. So when bureaucracy is there, the hierarchy has to be strictly followed. So it has to pass on from one level to another level. That is how things would move on. So we see that there is bureaucracy. Bureaucracy is there now in the organization. So these are hard factors. After that, we have to mention about what are the soft factors. The under soft factors, there are four factors. These four factors are, we talk about the the style, the staff, the skills, the shared value. In any order you can write. There is no specific thing. So we will talk about how many staff are there, what are the skills, what are the shared values, what is the style of working. So all those things we will mention. Um, see, if we talk about staff, initially there were very few. Initially few employees were there, but now the number increased to 400. Is it at 400 or yeah? After staff, we can talk about the skills. We identify what are the skills. See, here it says that there were very few formal systems, mainly because the company didn't need many at this time. After that, Tom adopted a democratic but chaotic management style and attracted experienced staff. So initially, the skills of the staff were they were experienced staff who were adventurous and valued teamwork. Initial joiners were also offered shares in the company. Then later on, now how is it? So the second paragraph, when we look into that. Its structure has changed and is now a well-oiled bureaucratic machine based on functional lines with strong service support. To facilitate this, Tom introduced new motivation, reward, and control systems based on bonuses and specific individual targets, recruited experts in different fields, and encouraged a culture of enthusiasm and excellence. Um, skills at that time they were experienced staff both at that time and now also they have recruited experts in different fields. Experienced staff were there initially and now experts are recruited in different fields. After skills, shared values. If we are talking about shared values, see, the initial people were adventurous and valued teamwork. Initial joiners were adventurous and valued teamwork. How are they now? See, now we see that there is a lot of chaos in that. See, they are not working in teams. Trust and teamwork have disappeared due to so many new employees. So, trust and teamwork is not there. Has disappeared. Why? Because we see the reason is because there are many new employees joining, so they do not trust each other so much. So that is one aspect what we can identify. After shared values, then we have one last thing which is called as style. See, the initial style of working was democratic and chaotic. Initially, it was democratic and chaotic. Now, what is the style? The style has changed. Since this is well-oiled bureaucratic machine with functional lines, so there are functional lines now present there. So it is kind of when functional lines are there, it would be little systematic. Systematic as work is based on functional lines. So that's how you have to explain what is this Briggs company and see what are these 7S in Briggs company. So be very specifically issues facing this Briggs company. 7S are there. So we need to see even if each one has two points given also, um, we need to identify. Then what issues are faced by McKinsey? Issues faced by McKinsey. Sorry. Briggs issues faced by Briggs. What do you see? Tom has recently become concerned about the following. What is the first issue? Trust and teamwork has disappeared. He has been criticized for still trying to, even um, when the size increased, the number increased, he still wants to run it as if it is a entrepreneurial structure. It is not an entrepreneurial structure. Many functional lines have come, so it has become a functional organization. See, there should be a top management taking the decisions. They cannot work in a freestyle. They cannot have a democratic style. So that is another issue. Tom has still not made it very serious. There are no proper. There's also one more important point. See, there is no formal strategic planning process in place. That is very serious here. See, when the size increases, they cannot run in a chaotic manner, but rather they have to run in a serious manner. That's one thing. There's no formal strategic planning process in place. And until now, they are only present in the domestic market. In the domestic market, they have captured 50% of the market share. Now, to grow further, Tom is considering expansion into foreign markets. If they are planning to enter into foreign markets, then things have to be taken up very seriously. See, things have worked out well in the domestic market. That's all fine, but it would not be the same in the foreign market. See, in the foreign market, things would be different. So um, that needs to be looked into. To grow further, Tom is considering expansion to foreign markets. So there should be a strategic planning process in place. Seriousness should come. Um, the organization should be looked at as a functional organization. Then decisions should be taken in line with functional organization, etc. So those are the issues that are faced by Briggs. So if we talk about to build trust and teamwork, that has disappeared. Next, when we look into the next part of it, the firm has to become more organized. As mentioned, the strategic planning process should take place. Then we see consider all issues with respect to entering into foreign market. So whatever is needed, so expect your knowledge about that, all that has to be done. Okay. I think it's time now. The last question, we can take it up in tomorrow's class. Assuming a digital structure is set up for each country, suggest with reasons two critical success factors and one key performance indicator for each of them. So if they enter into foreign market, so let's see what are CSFs and KPIs. In the initial class, we learned about it, but nevertheless, once we will understand what are CSFs and what are KPIs, and after that, we can uh, take up this answer. So first, now I will mark attendance. Are all of you from same class, or you're from different? Few of you are from BCom, few of you are from BBA. How is it? Otherwise, I
Some are
think
from BCom and some are from BBA.
okay, then fine. I will take the photograph. Then I can mark the attendance. Uh,
Okay.
only 5 are there? No, I think there were more. No, any my system gets stuck all the time. So if a sheet has to load, I have opened that, but stay for some time. I'll mark the attendance because now only 6 are there. Sometime back there were 8, I think.
Yes, I think someone left.
If you can identify, just let me know. I will mark attendance for them.
I can't remember the person. I didn't see the name.
Yeah, yeah.